if you remember, a good few years back now, I showed you guys how you can grow green onions just from the bottoms of the grocery store green onions, as well as celery. So you can make use of the stumps of celery and just grow your own new celery, and romaine lettuce as well. One of my favorite greens in the garden is turnip tops. Rutabaga tops as well, but we call these turnips here in Newfoundland. They're peppery and firm and crispy, really delicious, and oftentimes I just grow the turnips and the rutabagas for the tops. In the grocery store you'll sometimes find cleaned greens, and years ago here it used to be turnip tops, but now it's more often rape, but I don't like the rape. So recently I found a few little tiny sprouts coming out of a grocery store rutabaga, and I have another one to show you here now in a minute. So I just cut off the top and popped it in some water, and sure enough, in a few days I have these delicious peppery, firm, fresh green turnip tops. So let me show you how to do it. So this really couldn't be any simpler. Here is the top of another rutabaga, one of my favorite veggies, and as you can see there's a sad little yellow sprout coming out, but there is one coming out of the top here, and sometimes you'll just see little tiny nodes where some greens would like to grow out if they were given sufficient water. So all we're going to do here now is just cut this part off, which is the part you wouldn't eat anyway and would get discarded. So let's just cut it. You want to cut back to give it a little bit of, come back behind any of the nodes, give it a little bit of room to get some water. And these things are pretty hard. There we go. Then all we're going to do is get some sort of a little dish, fill it up with a little water, and just pop the top in like that. So that's it, and I like to leave them here on my countertop. There really isn't that much light. There's a little bit of dappled light coming in from the window here, but it just lets me remember to add a little more water because the water does go down quite quickly. So every day I might just add in a little more water and just leave them here next to the sink. And then when I'm having a salad or a stir fry, I can just pinch these off and they'll keep growing back and have some delicious peppery rutabaga tops. If you haven't tried these, it's one of the most delicious greens, very flavorful, and you can have them in salad, stir fry, or just eat them as they are because they're really delicious. But you can see you can just pinch them off like that. Beautiful flavor. So another thing you can grow from just pieces of vegetables from the grocery store that you would otherwise discard are these delicious turnip tops.